Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn a new lesson, that is reading maps of different kinds. Previous year in 6th class, you learnt about the maps and different types of maps like physical maps, political maps, thematic maps. Like these different maps we studied. Now in this lesson, so different kinds of maps, how to read and how to point out different places and how to use the symbols and how to use some imaginary lines mentioned for especially for the measurement of maps. So before going to lesson, first you have to observe this some keywords which will help you to understand better. First one is map. Here map you know already. Suppose if you want to draw a map or of a country or the world, or you want to draw the universe like a globe, so that all we can do on a surface according to a scale. A map is a representation or a drawing of the total or part of a surface drawn on the surface according to a scale. Here I'll show you an example map. So that map is, here I drawn India map. I selected India map. So I drawn this map on a surface which is called as whiteboard. Here we can use a paper or cloth to draw the map. Second one is symbols. Here we are drawing the maps, and the maps represent, maybe they are world map or India map. If you want to represent the states or countries, you have to use some symbols. Their symbols or object, to identify the object or shape, we can use these symbols. For example, I will show you an example. Here observe here one dot is there. This dot we can use to locate any place in India. So suppose I want to locate Delhi, so here I will keep the symbol of this circle. So here we can locate that Delhi like this, with the symbol of a dot. Second, here another symbol is there, river symbol. So here in Andhra Pradesh, I want to draw the river of Godavari. Here the Godavari river is flowing. So I represent this river Godavari with one line, that is a symbol of river. And another symbol is there here, mountains. These are the mountains to locate any place in the map. Suppose here the mountains are there. These are Vindhya mountains, which are located in Madhya Pradesh. Like this we can represent anything. So the symbols you are very useful to locate on the map. Here one church is there. Suppose if you want to locate any place, church in any state, very famous state, so the symbol you can draw like this, church symbol. Like this we can represent the places. Next one is contour line. A contour line is a line joining the places with equal heights. So different types of mountains, and different mountains are having different heights. Some are small and some are high mountains or hills we can observe in the escarpment. So this also I can explain with example here. Here some mountains are there. Here two mountains are having equal height. One mountain is having very more than these two small mountain. One is there here. So the two small mountains are having equal heights. Maybe it is 500 meters each, and which is the big one, it is 1000 meters. So these two mountains are equal. To join these mountains, to locate the equal height mountains, we can use this line, imaginary line, what we call contour line. CONTOUR, contour lines. So to measure these heights of not only mountains but also places, we can measure with these lines. Second one is physical maps. Maps showing natural features of the earth, such as mountains, plateaus, plains, rivers, and oceans. Here, these physical maps, different types of maps we studied already. Political maps, physical maps, thematic maps, like this. So in this map we can locate the mountains, physical features of India or any country or world, to locate the mountains, plateaus, plains, rivers and oceans. So this map is called as physical map. Next one is scale. Scale is the ratio between actual distance on the ground and the distance shown on the map. Actual distance on the ground and the distance shown on the map. Suppose here the distance from Western India to Eastern India, it is 2000 kilometers. 2000 kilometers nearly, more than 2000 kilometers. So that much big line we cannot draw on the surface. So when we are drawing the map, we will reduce that distance by showing with a small line. Maybe you can take it as a 5 centimeters or 6 centimeters like this. So these maps are useful to measure the scale. Next, plan. It is a drawing of a small area and large scale. Plan. Suppose if you want to construct one building, for that we will draw on sketch, rough sketch, and what is the area of the land. Upon that area of land, we will allot the rooms, which room you have to construct, which place, and according to that, we will do plan where you have to construct the garden, where you have to arrange this all different rooms, bedrooms or kitchen room. Like this, we will do plan. So it is a rough drawing of a small area on large scale. It is called as plan. Next, directions. Generally, for drawing the map, we will use definitely we should use the directions. Without directions, you cannot identify the places or areas. So the directions are very important. Here, observe here. Here one rectangle is there. This rectangle. Here some directions are mentioned here. Here, top of the top part of area, it is identified as northern direction, and opposite of north it is south direction, and our left side we have western direction, and right side we have eastern direction, and the corners we can say that northeast direction and southeast direction and southwest direction and northwest direction. Like this also we can identify the directions in the map. So the directions are very important to identify the places. Next one is sketch. Imaginary or rough drawing drawn without scale. So here sketch and a plan. These two are related to each other. Plan and sketch both are imaginary drawing what you are doing before construct a building or any to lay the road, etc. Next one is political maps. Maps showing cities, towns and villages and different countries is called as physical map. So it's called as political map. First we learn this physical map. In physical map we can locate the physical features like mountains, plateaus, plains, rivers, etc. Whereas in political maps you can identify the states, countries and cities and other important places in the world. Next one is thematic maps. Maps representing a particular topic or theme. Suppose if you want to explain about the population of India or climate of India or literacy rate of India, you can draw these maps and we can draw and we can better understand by these maps. Next one is last one, escarpment. An area of high ground from an area of lower ground is called as escarpment. Suppose if you go up of the hill and from up of the hill we will observe the down part of the environment and we can observe different canals or rivers, mountains, hills from top of the hill. So from upper area when we will observe the lower area where you find this all greenery part of environment is called as escarpment. So these are the main points what we are going to learn in the lesson. By this we can understand the lesson in a better way. So we'll meet in the next session. All the best, all of you.